For a while, my setup was just a mix of streaming apps and this old cable plan I never quite got around to canceling. It worked, kind of, but it wasn't great. Live sports would cut out, some channels I actually liked were missing, even basic things like switching between apps took forever. And then a friend mentioned Dish, and I'll be honest, I have not thought about satellite TV in years. It sounded kind of outdated, but I looked into it, and the more I read, the more curious I got. So I decided to try it for myself. So in this video, I'll walk you through what that experience has actually been like, how setup went, what I use day to day, and whether or not I think it's actually worth switching to. Now, I used to think satellite TV was basically stuck in the past, but Dish has actually kept things very current. They've been around for decades, but their whole focus now is on keeping things simple. No contracts packed with fine print, no surprise price jumps halfway through the year. It's basically for people who just want live TV that works. You're not dealing with apps crashing, trying to remember which service has what show. It's just there when you turn it on. I figured the install would be a hassle here, but it was actually pretty quick. I picked the package I wanted online, scheduled a time, and someone came out to set everything up. They mounted the dish, hooked up the receiver box. It was done in a couple hours, and I was watching TV the same day. And once it's running, it really does feel like just normal TV. No app switching, no loading delays, just turn it on and go. And if you connect to your Wi-Fi, you also get a few extras like on-demand shows and the ability to stream live or recorded content through their app. Most nights I'm kind of just flipping on something live while I eat or watching a show I recorded earlier in the week. And the nice thing is I don't have to think about it. It's all in one place and it actually works when I want it to. Then the DVR makes it easy to pause, rewind, or record anything just like you'd expect. And the AutoHop feature that skips ads on recordings is something I use constantly. It's one of those things that sounds small, but once you get used to it, it is so hard to go back. And I also ended up using the voice remote way more than I'd expect. You just say the channel or the show and it pulls it up. It's so much easier than clicking through menus. It's not a flashy feature, but it saves time. That's kind of the trend here. Now, Dish has 4 main packages and choosing one is pretty straightforward. The more channels you want, the more you'll pay. But there are no hidden fees. The price you sign up for is locked for 2 years. The top 120 plan starts at $96 and it covers most of the big stuff. News, primetime shows, kids channels, even some basic sports. If you're not watching a ton of TV, it'll probably do the job. Personally, I went with the top 200, which comes in at around $116 a month. And that adds more sports and entertainment, and for me that felt like the sweet spot. Enough variety without getting into overkill territory. Then there's the top 250 at $126 a month, and that includes just about everything. Movie channels, niche sports, specialty stuff. If you want the full lineup without having to throw on add-ons, that one makes sense. There's also extras like premium movies, regional sports, or international channels. And if you're looking for Spanish language programming, Dish Latino has its own tiered plans that follow the same structure. As far as features, AutoHop, something like Multiview, they're included no matter which plan you pick. Plus, installation is free, which is a nice bonus when you're switching over. And if you are thinking of trying Dish Network, don't forget to check out the link in the description. For most products we talk about, we have special deals that you wouldn't be able to get if you went straight to their website. So after using Dish for a while, I can honestly say it's made watching TV a lot easier. The setup was quick, the price is predictable. Even during storms, I barely noticed interruptions. If the signal ever struggles, it'll automatically shift down to standard definitions, so you still keep the picture instead of losing everything. The only weak spot I've noticed is in their customer service for long-term users. I've heard stories where they threw on a fee for something small like returning a piece of equipment. It's not something I've personally had to deal with, but it's worth mentioning. Outside of that though, the experience has been smooth. So when I was looking at TV options, DirecTV came up as the obvious alternative. On the surface, it seems pretty similar to Dish. Both give you 2-year price guarantees, decent DVR setups, and a lot of channel options. But side by side, a few things stand out. For one, Dish's pricing just feels a lot more transparent. What you see up front is what you actually pay, and you get more channels included at the entry level. Plus, the DVR has features I'd actually use every day. Now, if you follow your local sports religiously, DirecTV may be better. They carry more regional networks, which you gotta have to keep up with a specific team. But outside of that, Dish delivered more of what I actually wanted. Better DVR, more channels for the price, and a clearer bill. So for me, Dish ended up being the better fit. But if your top priority is local sports, DirecTV might be worth considering as well. Look, if you're happy with your current setup, then switching isn't really necessary. But if you're tired of paying more than you should or dealing with equipment that feels outdated, Dish is a clear step up. And if you are thinking of giving it a try, you can check out that link in the description. Like I mentioned earlier, we can usually get you special deals and offers you won't find on Dish's site. Also, if you're interested in working with us or sponsoring a video, just reach out using the email in the description below. If this review helped you out, I'd love it if you drop a like and hit subscribe for more breakdowns just like this one. Thanks for hanging out, and I will catch you in the next one.